Oof. It hurt her wings to think about what she was missing. Time to focus on something else. This slugfest. Oona looked around. The invitations she'd made said the party wasn't starting for another 10 minutes, but it turns out slugs don't have good manners. They were already sliding all over the dig-through-the-dirt salad bar. Well, at least they were distracted. It was a great time to strap on their tiaras and top hats for the ceremony. They normally didn't like that kind of thing, but Oona was determined to make this night special. She struggled with the bow ties because slugs don't have necks. They ended up looking more like belts. Oh well, still fancy. There, you look very glamorous now. Oona sat back and admired her work.
I prefer pearls.
Just then, Oona heard a loud crash in the woods. Oh, Horace. He was always breaking things, including himself. Her very first magic had been designed to give him protection. Had it stopped working? "Did you fall?" she called.
No, I mean, a little,
he replied, coming through the trees with leaves sticking out from his mop of curly hair.
But look, I've got tons of stuff to burn.
Horace strapped bunches of weeds to each torch while Oona rehearsed the fire magic in her mind. More complicated magic was hard. She was almost positive she had it right, but there was a reason it was against the rules. She could set her own socks on fire, or worse. Oona's magic was a sideways sort of magic. When most fairies magicked up a cake just appeared easy peasy. But for Oona, a little pine tree would transform into a baker who would then turn pine needles and sap into velvety cake batter. When Oona tried good luck magic, a lucky clothespin appeared. Oona wished she could have good luck without wearing a pinchy clothespin on her ear, but that just wasn't how her magic worked. It was that way for her entire family. Their magic was just a little different. Oona heard clapping from the theater and wondered who was getting all the applause. She scrunched up her rosy face and pep-talked again. "Focus, little fairy. You've got a show to put on." Oona closed her eyes and lifted her wand.
Are you sure we can't just use regular matches? Asked Horace.
Oona opened her eyes and glared. "This is a magical awards show, Horace. Of course it needs magical lighting." Before Horace could interrupt her again, she pointed her wand at the sky and said, "Apple, peaches, pumpkin pie, firelight of firefly, show me how you got your name and bring to me a perfect flame." 3 fireflies suddenly hovered above her, but instead of their usual glow, they had flames burning from their rear ends like their bodies were matchsticks. They zipped around the stage, lighting each torch. Then she blew on them and, poof, they disappeared. She couldn't believe it. She, Newbie Oona, had just made fire. Horace cheered. Finally, it was time to start the show. Oona pulled out her note cards. "Ahem! Slugs and gentlemen." She winked at Horace and he grinned. "We have a slime pool's worth of excitement for you tonight. Our first award is for slimiest slug, who will be remembered long after they go because of all the stickiness they leave behind. And the winner is... and the winner is..." Oona had to stop her speech. She fanned her note cards in front of her face as she choked on the air. What was that terrible smell? The slugs seemed as surprised as she was. They tried to cover up the part of their body where a nose would be if slugs had noses. Horace was sniffing his armpits to see if it was coming from him. Or maybe because his armpits smelled better than this other terrible thing. Then she saw it. A trail of oozy green smoke was rising out of each torch. High above their heads, these smoke fingers were clasping together into a thick, mean-looking cloud. And, oh no, The cloud was headed straight for the Grand Fairy Theater.